All right. Today we're going to take a quiz on graphing equations. This is a review, but we never took a quiz on it. I'm going to review this over again, and then you're going to take the quiz immediately after this. Okay. So when you're graphing a linear equation, the first thing you have to make sure is that your equation is written in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. The number that's attached to x is the slope of the line, and the number that has no variable attached to it is where the line crosses the y-axis, which is called the y-intercept. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do here, outside of making sure that it's written in slope-intercept form, which it is, y equals mx plus b, now you're going to label your slope. Make sure that it's written in fraction form, and it is. You have 1 over 4. It is written as a fraction. The top number of the fraction you're always going to label as your rise. That's your up or down. The bottom number on the fraction is going to be your run. That's going to be how far you're going to go to the left or to the right. Okay. Next, you're going to label your b, which is where the line crosses the y-axis. This number right here, the operation in front of it is a minus. So your b is going to be a -1. Any questions about labeling m or b? Remember, if you forget, you can go back and watch this video. All right. So now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your b and find it on the y-axis. Remember, it's your y-intercept. So you're going to take your y-intercept and find it on the y-axis. -1 on the y-axis is right here. This is where you start. This is your starting point. You're going to use your slope, your rise over run, to put other points on the line. Since your rise is 1, that means you leave this point and go up 1. Since your run is a +4, that means you're going to go to the right 4 times. That's over 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to put your point there. Okay, I'm going to do it again. My rise is 1, so go up 1. My run is +4, so I go over to the right 1, 2, and I'm out of space. So don't worry about it. If I want points in the opposite direction, do it in reverse. So instead of going up 1, go down 1. Instead of going to the right 4, go to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you don't have enough space to do it again. So now all you're doing is connecting these points. I'm just going to take a piece of paper here. So my line. I extended my line and I put arrows at the end. Any questions about how I did that? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here again. Number 2. It's already written in y equals mx plus b. I label my m and my b. I make sure that my m is written as a fraction. The number that's in front of x is automatically a -1. So I put a -1 here. To write m as a fraction, all you do is just put a 1 under it. So now you have a fraction because you need a fraction for slope so you can graph it. The top number is going to be your rise. That's your up and down. Your bottom number is going to be your run. That's how far you go to the left or to the right. Okay. Your b is the number that crosses the y-axis. It's the number that has no variable attached to it. This is a +2. So my b is a +2. I'm going to find my b, or my 2, on the y-axis. This is the y-axis here. +2 on the y-axis is right here, so this is where I start. I use my rise over run to put points on the line. My rise is a -1. Since it's negative, I go down 1. My run is a +1, so I go to the right 1. That's where I put my point. So I go down 1 to the right 1. Put your point there. Down 1 to the right 1. This is where your point goes. And you keep doing the same pattern until you run out of space in this direction. You want points in the opposite direction, do it backwards. Instead of going down 1, go up 1. Instead of going to the right 1, go to the left 1. So it's up 1, left 1. Up 1, left 1. Up 1, left 1. And you connect your order pairs. Okay. Any questions about how I did number 2? Okay. Let's do number 3. Again here, I'm going to label my M and my B. It's already written in y = mx + b form. The number in front of x is automatically a 1, so my slope is 1. Remember that M has to be written as a fraction, so I have rise over run. So to write a whole number as a fraction, just put a 1 under it. The top number is my rise. That's how far I go up or down. The bottom number is my run. That's how far I go to the left or to the right. My B is where the line crosses the y-axis, and it's the number that has no variable attached to it. So my B is going to be +1. I'm going to find +1 on the y-axis. +1 on the y-axis is right here, so this is where I start. Now I'm going to use rise over run to put other points on the line, just like I did in the previous examples. I start here at this point. Since my rise is +1, I go up 1. Since my run is a +1, I go to the right 1. So it's up 1 and to the right 1 till I run out of space. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. If I want points in the opposite direction, I go down 1 to the left 1. Instead of going up, I go down. Instead of going to the right, I go to the left. So it's down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1 until I run out of space. Remember, these are straight lines. I extend my line and put arrows at the end. Any questions about number 3? Okay. Number 4, again, I'm going to label my M and my B. Okay. My M is the number that is attached to the X, so that's 4/3, and it's written as a fraction already, so that's good. The top number is my rise, that's my up and down. The bottom number is my run, that's how far I go to the left or to the right. My B, or my y-intercept, is where the line is going to cross the y-axis, and it's going to be the number that has no variable attached to it. There's a negative in front of that 4, or a minus in front of that 4, so B is going to be a -4. I find -4 on the y-axis. -4 on the y-axis is here, so this is where I start. I'm going to use my slope, just like I did in the previous examples, to put other points on the line. So I start here. Since my rise is +4, I go up 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. With 4 places up. Since my run is a +3, I'm going to go to the right 3. That's 1, 2, 3, and I put my point there. I'm going to do it again. I go up 4. That's up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4. And I go to the right 3. It's 1, 2, and 3. I ran out of space, so that's as far as I can go. If I want points in the opposite direction, instead of going up 4, I go down 4. And there's not enough space to do that. So I'm just going to connect the points that I have. And I should have did that one a little bit better, y'all. All right, the last one that I'm going to do, well, I got one more after this one. I'm going to do y is equal to 4. When you just have y is equal to 4, you just find 4 on the y-axis. Positive 4 on the y-axis is right here. And you're going to draw a line through the y-axis. Okay? And this is how you graph y is equal to 4. You have to draw the line through 4 on the y-axis because it's y is equal to. It goes through the y-axis. And the last one I'm going to do is x is equal to. Since you have x is equal to 5, that's all you have, you're going to find positive 5 on the x-axis, which is right here. And you're going to draw a line through the x-axis. So you're going to draw a line through 5 on the x-axis. And this is how you graph that one. Any questions about that? Okay, I'm going to stop the video.